Dear students, so last class we have binary number system. There applications, arithmetic cases we discuss. Next, we discuss other number system. The first number system it is octal number system. Octal number system we have it is a base 8 number system, and the number system consists of 8 digits to represent the number, and they are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 and 7 also should be included here. 6 and 7. The method for converting a decimal number into an octal number is successively you divide the number with 8, and the remainder in each case you have to write, and the total number, the corresponding octal number is obtained by writing from the bottom to top. So as an example, we can take the case of example 38. So 38 you have to divide. It is divided by 8. So answer is 4 with the remainder. You have 4. Then 38 divided by 8 is 32. So remainder is 6. So again we cannot divide it with 4. So 4 divided by 8. So the answer is 0 with the remainder 4. So the corresponding number is 46. So 38 in decimal corresponds to 46 in octal representation. So this method we can use for converting this decimal number into its corresponding octal number system. And in the reverse manner, suppose we want to express the number 46 to the base 8 into the decimal representation. So the place value here it is 8 raised to 0, and here it is 8 raised to 1. So the total value is 4 into 8 raised to 1 plus 6 into 8 raised to 0. 4 into 8 32 plus then 6 into 8 raised to 0 is 1. So it is 32 plus 6, that is equal to 38. So 46 to the base 8 is equal to 38 to the base 10. So by using these methods, we can convert a number into the corresponding decimal or octal form. As an example, we can do this case 1467 to the base 8. We have to convert that into decimal. That is 1467. So place value you can write 8 raised to 0, 8 raised to 1, 8 raised to 2, 8 raised to 3, etc. So 1 into 8 raised to 3 plus 4 into 8 raised to 2 plus 6 into 8 raised to 1 plus 7 into 8 raised to 0. So 1 into 8 raised to 3 is 512 plus 256 plus 48 plus 7. So the number corresponds to 823. Similarly, another problem we can do. Suppose we want to convert 42658 into binary. Suppose we want to convert this number directly into binary. So the method we can employ is convert each number into its corresponding binary form in 3-bit format. So corresponding to 4 we have 100. Then corresponding to 2 we have 010. Then corresponding to 6 we have 110. And corresponding to 5 we have 101. So each number corresponding to each number in octal, you have to represent that octal number into the corresponding 3-bit binary form. So that by using this method we can directly convert an octal number into its corresponding binary. Okay. Suppose we want to convert the number 111,011,101 into corresponding octal number. You can split this number into groups of 3-bit binary. So the one group is 111, second group is 011, and third group is 101. And corresponding to 111 we have the number 7. So this corresponds to 7, and 011 corresponds to 3, and 101 corresponds to 5. So that is the octal representation of this binary directly. So no need to convert this binary number into this decimal number, then convert that into octal number. So in order to convert directly into binary and octal, we can adopt this method. So you have to group the numbers into 3-bit binary form. So the corresponding number will be the corresponding octal form of that number system. Now another important number system is the hexadecimal number system. In the hexadecimal number system, we have, it is a base 16 number system in which we are using 0 to 9, that is 10 digits we are using, along with the English letters A, B, C, D, E, F. So total we have 16 characters in this case, 16 base number system, that is the hexadecimal number system. And in order to convert, so usually this A corresponds to 11 in A corresponds to 11 in decimal, then B corresponds to 12, then C corresponds to 13, D corresponds to 14, and E corresponds to 15, and F corresponds to 16 in the usual decimal number system. Then the conversion of a decimal number to a hexadecimal number is the conversion of a number into decimal number into hexadecimal number is by successive division of the decimal number by 16. So successively dividing by 16, we will get the corresponding hexadecimal number, and the remainders are arranged in the reverse order. So ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, സപ്പോസ് വി ഹാവ് ദ നമ്പർ 58 ടു ദ ബേസ് 10 ആണ്. സോ ആ നമ്പറിനെ നമ്മൾ ഹെക്സാഡെസിമലിലേക്ക് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് വി ഡിവൈഡ് ഇറ്റ് വിത്ത് 16 കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 3 ടൈംസ് പോവും, നമുക്ക് 48 ഉണ്ടാവും. റിമൈൻഡർ നമുക്ക് വരുന്നത് 10 ആണ്. 10 ഇൻ ഹെക്സാഡെസിമൽ നമ്പർ സിസ്റ്റം ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ആണ്. ദെൻ അഗെയിൻ യു ക്യാൻ ഡിവൈഡ് ഇറ്റ് വിത്ത് 16, 0 ടൈംസിൽ പോവും, remainder 3 ആണ്. So the total number is 3a to the base 16. So 58 corresponds to 3a to the base 16. So the corresponding hexadecimal number for 58 is 3a. Okay. So by using this method, you can convert any binary number into its corresponding hexadecimal number. Then suppose we want to convert a hexadecimal number into its corresponding decimal number. Suppose we have to convert 65C in hexadecimal to corresponding binary. So as in all earlier cases, we can assign the space values to each one. So the corresponds to the first place value is 16 raised to 1, then 16 raised to first one is 16 raised to 0, then 16 raised to 1, 16 raised to 2, etc. So you multiply it with the corresponding. So 6 into 16 raised to 2. So that is the first value. Then add it with a plus 5 into 16 raised to 1 plus 12 into 16 raised to 0. So the first value corresponds to 1536, second one corresponds to 80, and third one corresponds to 12. 16 raised to 0 is 1. So total value is equal to 1628. So by using this method, you can convert any number into its corresponding. Suppose we have given with a we are given with a hexadecimal, we can convert that number directly into its hexadecimal number by following into its corresponding binary decimal number by using this method. Now suppose you are provided with a hexadecimal number and you want to convert that number directly into its binary. So the method which you have to employ is, suppose you are provided with the number 4b5. So as in the case of our octal number system, here each number should be converted into its corresponding binary in a 4-bit binary form. You have to express each number in its binary, but the binary should be a 4-bit binary. Suppose 0 we have, so the first number is 4. 4 is actually, it is 100, but you have to represent that in the 4-bit binary form. So for 4 you have to write like this, 0100. Then for B is nothing but 12. For 12 we have it is 10. So for A we have for A we have 10, then for B we have 11. B corresponds to 11. 11 in binary it is 1 0 1 1. So this is equal to 1 plus 2 3 plus 8. Okay, 11. And for 5 we have the number for 5 corresponds to 0 1 0 1. 0 1 0 1. So the total value is it is given here, it is equal to 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 to the base 2. So you can see here this is a direct binary conversion. So each number in the hexadecimal number you can convert that into 4-bit binary. That is important. Each of the number should be expressed in 4-bit binary form. Then you can convert a hexadecimal number into its corresponding binary very easily. Now suppose you are provided with a binary number, and so you want to convert that binary into its hexadecimal number. So first of all what you have to do is that you have to group the number into 4 groups into a form in which this binary bits 4 bits binary form you have to express. So you can divide from left from here to here this side. So from right to left you have to group that numbers into in a group of 4 bits. So the first group is 1 1 0 0, and the second group of 1 is 1 0 0 1. Then the third group is 1 1 0 1. So this 1 1 0 1 corresponds to which number in hexadecimal? That corresponds to 1101, means it is corresponds to D. That is A is for 10, B for 11, C for 12, 13. So this is 13. This is 8 plus 4 plus 1, that is equal to 30. Then the next one is 1001 corresponds to 9, and 1100 that corresponds to 12, and that corresponds to C here. C in the case of hexadecimal. So the total number becomes D9C to the base 16. Suppose you are provided with a number like this 1 0 1 0 1 0. So how can we convert this number into its corresponding binary, into its corresponding hexadecimal? So for that you have to group the number in the same manner. This is the first group of 4-bit. Then remaining only we have 2 numbers. So you can add 2 zeros here. So we can form another 4-bit group. So corresponding to this one 1010 corresponds to which one? This is 8, then plus 2, that is 10. 10 corresponds to A in hexadecimal. Then here it is 10 that corresponds to 2 in hexadecimal and also in decimal. So this corresponds to 2A in hexadecimal. Okay, so this is a method which we have to employ for the conversion. Now we are different conventions for representing these number systems, and in some cases we can there are certain conventions while writing numbers in different number systems. So suppose the decimal numbers will be written without any suffix, special suffix. So suppose we write like this 1001B, so it corresponds to binary. And sometimes we'll write for octal like this 3240, instead of writing 3240 324 to the base 8, we'll write like this 3240. And for hexadecimal number system we will use the symbol 627H. Instead of writing 627 to the base 16, we will use this method. For this is a common representation of the hexadecimal number. You can see in your calculator the conversion of a number into hexadecimal number. You can do that by using your your calculator itself. You can see that conversion of number into binary hexadecimal like that. That is available in your calculator. You can practice that also. Now the next thing we have to discuss is the character representation. So usually we have to deal with sometimes we have to represent certain data in the memory space. So what we have to do, we have the word character refers to the letters which we have used in English, that is the 26 uppercase letters, then 26 lowercase letters, 10 digits, and special characters. All these are included in the character representation. And usually these special 8-bit, 7-bit and 6-bit codes have been developed and standardized for the memory representation of character. Different methods, these MUPs, different companies provide different bit representation for these characters. And one popular 8-bit code is the EBCDIC code, which means Extended Binary Coded Decimal Interchange code. It is an 8-bit code, and another 7-bit code is there, and that code is known as the 7-bit ASCII code. 7-bit ASCII. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. And these ASCII codes are available also in 8-bit and 6-bit mode also. And this 7-bit ASCII code is more often used. It can represent in 7-bit, if we are using, it can represent up to 2 raised to 17 characters. That is 128 characters it can represent. And figure below we have a list of characters used in ASCII code is given here. You can see the characters. Suppose that we have to represent 32 is the code decimal. Code hexadecimal code is 20. And for space, suppose we need to give a space in between. For that, the hexadecimal code is 20. Then corresponding decimal code is 32. Suppose you want to put the dollar symbol, then its code is 24 in hexadecimal, that corresponds to 36 here. Suppose we want to represent the number letter A corresponds to 41 in hexadecimal code. Similarly, each character can be expressed by using a hexadecimal code in this ASCII character set. As an example here, this Intel 8085, that is the name of a microprocessor, and that is written using ASCII code here. Using ASCII codes for I, you can see the hexadecimal code is 49. 49 stands for the character I here, I. Then for N we have 4E. Then for T we have 54 hexadecimal. Then for E we have 45. Then for L we have 4C. Then another space we have to give in between Intel and 8085. So for space we have the hexadecimal code 20. Then for 8 we have the hexadecimal code 38. Then for 0 we have the hexadecimal code 30. And for 8 we have the hexadecimal code 38. Then for 5 this hexadecimal code is 35. Similarly, by using this, we can express any characters using this ASCII code. Now, what is the purpose of this is that, so each number is a hexadecimal number, or each box, each character is represented as a hexadecimal number. Now, each character require 1 byte for its representation. So that is the importance. So suppose we want to write I in the memory space. So we need 1 byte space. That is 8-bit memory location we need to represent that. So if I is written as a character, so it requires a 4-bit space in the memory. It needs an 8-bit storage space in memory. And the short form of that memory, that representation is given here. And so you will represent it as 49 means, so 4 we will represent it as a 4-bit binary. Then 9 also will represent it as a 4-bit binary. So for each character representation we need 8-bit space or 1 byte. So we require 10 bytes to represent the character string. Intel 8085 we need 10 characters. 10 bytes are needed to represent the string Intel 8085. Here one 5 character for Intel, then one space is there, And for space also we need, in order to put a space, we need the character 20. Then 8085 another 4 more. So total 10 bytes are needed. So I suppose we write in the character form. It corresponds to 49 means I can be written as in the binary form. It will be corresponds to 4. 4 means it is 0 1 0 0. So that corresponds to 4. Then 9. What is 9? 9 corresponds to, we can represent this 1 0 0 1. So this is the binary representation, and in short we can represent it by the 49 ASCII code. So that is all about this character representation. And you can see here the chart of all the character set that need not to be remembered. You can see here all the, for delete you have, for delete option also you have to, when you press delete, it is represented in the MUP as 7F, and the corresponding binary is recorded in the memory space. So that is all about this character representation. And in next class we can start with our new chapter, and I will give you some problems in this regard as assignment. You have to do it and present it as and submit it as an assignment in your classroom. Okay.